I'll tell you some things. All right, and welcome Some Things Podcast listeners, episode 25. How are you guys doing today? With us, once again, is the Coast.
Me.
Yeah, oh, that ruined the whole momentum. And the other Coast.
Me. Both me's.
Both me's are here.
Gosh, Mimi. All right.
It's nice to have both me's in the studio with the other guy, Dylan.
Does that mean this is Mimi's Cafe?
No.
Why not?
Because they haven't sponsored us yet.
But this episode is random, Luke, as you announced last week.
Yeah, we've made it to our quarter Quell, episode 25, the second random episode of the season.
Yeah, I was gonna say this. You announced this last week, and I was like, wait, no, we didn't even get this episode up from last week because of our friggin' gap again. Yeah, so we were supposed to record last weekend, but what ended up happening is I came down with a horrible head cold. Luke was what? You were off.
I was available.
You were the only one available,
yeah.
And then John, I would have joined you. We were supposed to be at our youth group winter retreat. Yeah.
The thing about doing podcasts on your own, though, is that they suck. So I didn't do it.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, talking to yourself is never fun, and there's no laughing, there's no nothing. It's just sadness.
Oh, man,
there's
you
no
guys
bouncing.
Don't have fun extra personalities then.
I talk to myself. I make myself
You want
laugh.
to do one
but...
on your own, John?
No, not right now. Gotta let me prepare.
All right. Well, it's been a while, so let's just start off this random episode with the usual. We'll ease into it. How you guys been?
I've been swell.
Dude, I was gonna say that.
Swell for the quarter
Really?
Quell.
Yeah, exactly like
Hey.
that.
Well, I don't. Yeah, it's been good for me. It's just been school is normal. I did a couple of gigs this weekend. I did one out in Palm Springs
Right.
at a place called Wilma and Frida's. So
Haven't you done that before?
Yeah, I've been doing it the last few Saturdays. So if you want to check it out, go out on Saturday from 6:30 to 8:30 at Wilma and Frida's, and you'll see me playing jazz.
Oh, so you've got a steady gig out there now.
It's been steady for the last few weeks. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's great. And then I also did one on Friday night. It was at the Canyon Crest Winery in Riverside.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was a cool one. I've never done one over there.
Did you drink any wine?
I did not.
I did.
I know someone who did.
It was really cool. Took my fiance there for Valentine's Day and got to see Luke play. Got to drink a little bit. It was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, at the winery, did they have to do like the sampling test where you like swish it around and spit it out, or are you guys just there for dinner?
No, okay, so they call it a winery, but it's more or less a bar that only serves wine.
Yeah. They might make their own. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they do make their own.
Yeah.
But it was cool. Like, I ordered the wine taste tester. That's what they call it. There's probably some fancier name. But anyway, it was like $15, and it comes with 5 different glasses of wine.
Ooh.
Like, not your standard size, a little bit smaller of a glass.
Okay.
But still a decent amount.
Yeah, I know Knott's Berry Farm during some of their yearly celebrations. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word, but yeah, they have something similar to where it's like you pay like a set amount and then you actually get like 5 or 6 glasses of wine.
Annual.
No, I just meant celebrations. That was the word.
Annual celebrations.
Okay,
Yeah, Dylan.
it's not the word I was looking for though. Again, it was
You said
celebrations. That
yearly.
wasn't.
Annual.
Celebration was the one that wasn't coming to my mind, and that's what. Break good times. Come on.
So anyways,
Good thing we
Luke-
don't get charged for this because otherwise we'd be getting sued for all the copyright infringement we do with our singing.
right. Anyways,
we're
Luke
making
rocked
money.
it. Luke rocked it at his gig.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Aw.
He's a great pianist.
I still hate that word.
Pianist?
I don't even play piano, but I know that's the appropriate term, but it's still the worst one out of all the musicians.
I don't know. Most jazz people say piano player. I don't. Well, I don't know. It's kind of split. Like same thing, bassist, bass player.
I just say rocket
I don't
man.
know.
Yeah. For you listeners, he's actually a bass player.
I'm a bass player.
He's not a pianist. Come on, Dylan, grow up.
You know who you're talking to, right? I can't grow up. Oh, man.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, yeah, for me, like I already said, I've just been struggling with a freaking head cold, dude. It's like, it happened, again, it was the Tuesday before, like I previously mentioned, me and John were supposed to go to our youth group winter camp. And, I was just like, I'm feeling a little something in the back of my throat. Like, I don't want to get the rest of the leaders sick before our long weekend trip with a bunch of kids. So, let me just sit this one out. And I figured, maybe it'll be gone by Friday. No, that thing it got worse. Just kind of peaked up over the weekend. I was getting no sleep. Sarah can attest to that. I just was miserable, looked dead all week. So I was not happy. So
Yeah. Speaking of winter camp, I have some fond memories from winter camp.
more face stories that you hurt yourself with?
I have more face stories.
Oh my gosh.
So we talked about this one last week. The mattress surfing carpet burn.
Right.
Last episode. Go check it out. I'm trying to hunt down a picture of it so I can post it on the podcast page so you guys can see how bad it was. But yeah.
Luke's face is bad enough, so add the injury to it. It was just...
Well, I mean, this is why my face is bad. Because of this. Because of that event.
Uh-huh.
Stop it.
Or whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yeah. But I've also injured other people's faces. Namely our youth pastor.
Oh, gosh.
There was... Okay, I may have told this story before, but like the last one, who cares? It's been long enough. Everybody's forgotten.
Nobody listens to us anyway, so...
All 25 of you. Anyway, so we're sleeping in these bunks. And the problem is, I was on the top bunk. They don't have...
enough room to spoon.
Guardrail.
They don't have the guardrail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
They don't have a guardrail. So I'm the kind of guy that tosses and turns at night.
Oh, no.
Like unconsciously. So Pastor Paul is down on the floor. Because there weren't enough beds.
Okay,
for
I was going to say, clarify that real quick.
Yeah, there weren't enough beds for everybody. There's a lot of us out here, a lot of junior high guys.
Uh-huh.
So he's just laying on the floor next to my bed, and I'm in the top bunk.
Oh my gosh!
And so I roll over and fall right out of bed, and smack. I landed right on Paul's head, just like right on it, and it happened so fast. Like boom, he wakes up. Oh, and then I in my sleepiness just jumped right back into bed. And I did it so quick. It was like 2 steps, and I was back. Like, it was crazy. I tried to do it the next morning. I tried to recreate it, and I couldn't do it as fast.
That's because he wasn't there to help you.
There was something about my sleep-motivated craziness that allowed me to jump back into bed in like 2 steps. So I get right back in, and I fall asleep immediately.
Oh, my gosh.
And poor Pastor Paul is sitting there looking around like, what the heck just happened?
Real?
He started to question if it was real because nobody else woke up. He got up and he looked at me. He was like, Luke. He tries to jiggle me, and I'm fast asleep. I fell asleep instantly. I still remember it. That's the crazy thing. I remember it, but I fell asleep immediately. I didn't even say sorry. I was a jerk, I guess. But yeah, so he starts questioning the whole thing. He's like, nobody saw it. I have no idea what the heck just happened.
Oh my gosh, dude.
The best part, my best friend Noah was in the bottom bunk. He was awake at the time, apparently. He just watched it happen.
He still didn't say
anything. And poor
anything.
Paul gets up. He's like, what? Guys. And Noah's just sitting there looking at him.
Letting him go insane.
But it's in the dark, so you can't tell that he's looking at him. Yeah, he just let him go insane, wondering what the heck happened. But don't worry, because Paul got back at me. We've gone back and forth a few times, and you're in each other's faces.
Okay.
So this is my next big face story.
Okay.
We were playing softball one time. I'm a pretty decent baseball player. I grew up playing baseball, played high school baseball. So
brag about it.
I'm not okay. I'm not the strongest guy, but I can hit a baseball farther than most people. So anyway, same guy, Pastor Paul comes up to me. We're playing softball. He's like, "Hey man, could you give me some pointers on my swing? I want to be able to hit a little bit better." So I tell him, I give him these pointers. Next thing you know, his swing is looking pretty good. I'm like, this should be good. So I go out to pitch to him. And I toss him a pitch. Do you mind?
I do.
So I toss him a pitch, and he crushes it. I was so proud of him because he swung perfectly, did everything I told him to.
You admired that swing so much.
I admired that swing so much for less than half a second until the ball came right at my face and smacked me right in my lip, the upper lip, and caused a gash about... it was about 1 centimeter wide. Like, that doesn't sound like much, but when it's in your lip, that's a big gash right there. You feel it. Yeah, it was completely split. And, man, that happened right before a vacation Bible school. So I was one of the crew leaders for the children. So I go in there, and all the kids are looking at my face like,
it's Frankenstein.
What happened? What happened to you? And I said, that guy. Pointed at Paul. So yeah, we've gone back and forth a few times.
So you could have used it as a teaching moment for the kids and been like, "This is what happens when you let sin in your life." God beat you.
Is that the lesson?
Oh gosh, but what's funny about that phase story, Luke, is because I remember leading up to it. Again, I think this is still during the phase when me and Sarah were dating each other, and we had given each other fun nicknames. You kept calling me Snakes, and for the longest time, I kept calling you Face, like just Face, your face.
Yeah,
and
then my face got destroyed.
His face got wrecked. And I'm like, oh, I guess I'm prophetic.
Yeah. The best part was you were nervous
No, about what?
Well, because I always
I
called
thought you were dead.
I just called you Snake.
Oh yeah.
So when you called me Face, oh my goodness, look what happened to Luke.
Well, no,
what the heck is gonna happen to this guy?
Shoot, I almost got bit by a rattlesnake though. I think I talked about that before, haven't I?
Really?
Yeah.
did not know that.
It was when I was a junior high leader. We went. Where did we go? It was somewhere out east towards obviously not all the way to Vegas, but there's a campground somewhere like kind of in between, I think past Cavazon, past everything else, and we went out there. It was just us in a tent.
Oh, I was there. Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I went down to the bathroom and you had to walk down a little trail, hill, whatever to get there, and then you walk up the hill. There's the campsite. And so near where we were staying, there was like an upper level of a hill, and everyone was up there playing football because it was right near the tents and everything. And I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna take this shortcut and go up this little hill here and join them, go play football.
You fool.
Shoot, I almost died. But yeah, so as I'm walking up from the bathroom, I'm looking and I'm like, why do I hear a sound? And then I look down, I'm like, why is that stick wiggling? And then it freaking dude, it was a baby rattlesnake and it lunged at me. I don't know how, like, you know, God blessed me with like some jump skills, because I had to have leaped at least 4 feet in the air to avoid this thing lunging and hitting me right in the shin or something.
Yeah.
But I was just like, holy crap! Like, I just ran back down the hill, got on the path. I'm like, nope, no more shortcuts on this trip.
Yeah, so that's the thing, guys. Get involved in your church because it gets lots and lots of stories.
Don't accept a nickname if the
If
implications
it comes from
are you could get hurt.
Yeah, if it comes from me or Luke, you don't want the nickname because something bad's gonna happen.
We always call John Panda, so
Ooh.
don't
he's gonna
get
get-
too
Pandas
close
are
at the
vicious,
zoo.
man.
He's gonna get
Everyone
mauled
thinks they're
by a
just
panda.
cute.
Don't
They're
get too
vicious.
close at the zoo, John.
You guys aren't planning like your honeymoon trip into like Japan, are you? Or
Dude, yeah.
oh gosh,
I'm just kidding.
pandas are gonna find him in his apartment or whatever place they're renting. Oh gosh. Well, I don't know, man. So, you know, lately I've been kind of, what's not the word? Not struggling.
That's not the word.
What's not the word? It's random. I could just say whatever I want, right?
Yeah,
this is my first random
I
episode.
can give you any word that's not it.
All right, what's the word that's not it?
Coca-Cola.
Oh, Coke is delicious.
Sponsor us.
Dude, that'd be awesome. We can get Coke. We'd be like the Olympics, dude. We can get Coke to sponsor us.
Yeah, we're going to talk a lot
They
about the
definitely
Olympics this summer.
they need the advertisement. I mean, they're struggling as a business. You know, Pepsi.
Are they really?
Pepsi has their new drink out where it's Pepsi Zero that has like an all black can and everything. Like that's
They've already had that, though. That's Pepsi Max, but with a
so
new name.
stupid. Like I saw it during the Super Bowl commercials. I'm just like, you guys just copied
But hey,
Coke.
how about Mountain Dew Zero? I need to try that.
I don't know.
I've heard it's not bad.
I don't know though. Diet Mountain Dew sucks.
It does suck.
Exactly. Which is why they need a Mountain Dew Zero.
That's fair. I like Coke Zero. Coke Zero is not
Yeah.
bad. It tastes a little different than normal Coke, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely tastes different. I can taste it.
So I'm interested in Mountain Dew Zero. Mountain Dew sponsor us.
Do you drink that for breakfast though?
No.
Okay. Why not?
If I eat breakfast, I'll drink milk.
Have you ever had a soda for breakfast? Like
I
have.
Not just the soda, but like as a drink.
Yeah, I took one to
Oh.
work and had a little pastry with it.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just as a drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of breakfast, let's talk about our morning routines for a minute here.
Okay.
So the question is, how do you get dressed in the morning? In what order do you put clothes on, and why?
Well, I
wanna
leapfrog
take-
into my shirt and then
I'm very particular about this.
Go
and
for it.
honestly, it kind of depends on how cold it is that morning.
shoes first.
Let's assume it's a cold morning. I will take off my pajama pants and then put on my jeans immediately so that I'm not standing pantsless for too long. After that, I'll take off my shirt and then put on my t-shirt for the day or whatever shirt I'm wearing for the day.
Okay.
After putting on deodorant. I'm not an animal. Okay.
So you put on the deodorant before you put on your shirt.
Let's
Yes.
assume.
I'm already.
Yeah, what? You put on your deodorant after you put on your shirt? Like on the outside of it?
What?
No, what? Look, if you put on deodorant first and then your shirt, you run the risk of getting the sides dirty with the deodorant stains.
Be more careful.
You risk that with putting it on after, too.
Yeah,
No,
because
you
when
don't.
when you lift it up and then you're pulling the deodorant back out, you're gonna do the same thing.
No,
It's risky.
You're just bad if you don't do it. Look, once
You're bad if
Look, you open up the hole after you get your shirt on. You stick the deodorant stick in there. When you give yourself a good enough clearance gap, you rub one pit and then you keep it under your shirt. Transfer hands and you go over to the other side.
Yeah, but you don't-
It's super
Just
simple.
real quick for the listeners, he actually demonstrated that right now with his hands up his shirt.
You don't get as good of
kinda
coverage on
entertaining.
your armpits when you do it that way. There's just not enough room to shift around.
You
Dude, it's plenty fine.
You gotta be able to like stare at it and be like, all right, I got every little inch covered.
Stare at
Are
it.
you guys
Okay.
Well, not stare at it, but you know what I mean. Like,
Stare at the
Yeah,
pinhole.
you have
You gotta
to be
have
able
a
to lift
visual
your
aid.
arm really well.
Yeah.
You guys are just bad at putting on deodorant. That's
I
all I'm
was
taking
not
away from this.
expecting this. Anyway, let me finish. Last to go is my socks. I put my socks on, then I'll go downstairs and get my shoes on.
Okay,
And then a hat if I wear a hat.
that's weird.
How is that weird?
I find that normal all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind
whatever.
it. I'm good with it.
Well, what do you do, Dylan?
Yeah, Dylan.
Okay, well, let's see. I probably do the same thing as far as starting with the pants first. Like if I'm laying in bed, right? If we're going off cold days that we're kind of in right now, still in February. So yeah, I'll usually either be sleeping in like sweatpants, take those off, get my pants on, socks, shoes, and then that's when once I have those covered, I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna get the shirt because that's like my torso. That's what'll get
Wait,
cold.
so your socks are on before your shirt?
Yeah, probably. Just because, again, I get like the bottom half covered, and that way I can still stay warm upstairs, because I'll sleep in like a sweater or like a long sleeve shirt.
It's not the most repulsive thing in the world. I'll let this one
Good way to put it.
But yeah, so it's like I keep my top half warm, and then once I'm ready to transition, that's when I take that top part off, put on a new shirt for work or whatever, and then put a sweater on top of that. That way I don't have to run too much time like you. You don't want your bottom half to be cold. I don't want my top half to be cold.
Okay.
So that's kind of my routine.
So do you wear pajamas?
I do. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes, depending on if I'm like in a rush, if I know I'll be in a rush the next morning, then I'll just kind of like sleep in my work clothes. But I do shower before I go to bed, so it's not like I'm just using dirty, dingy clothes. But yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So your boy sleeps in his boxers.
Your boy.
Nothing else.
Nice.
I'll do that on hot summer nights, but in the winter,
Hear that, Savannah?
No,
Boxers.
see, all year round, I have my AC running all year round in my room. It's like an ice box in there. It's fantastic. I love it.
I do like cold.
So in the morning, I'll shower. I'm a morning shower man. Otherwise, I can't function throughout the day.
Morning shower. Okay.
So
Wait, so why does it matter if you sleep in your boxers if you're just going to take a shower in the morning anyway? Like, what was
but
the
we were all
significance
describing
of that?
how we
no,
slept
I was just saying like I like because you were saying like, oh no, I take off my pajama pants, then I put my
Okay, so
pants
it has
on.
no effect on your dressing order.
No, I'm just telling you my
Okay.
morning routine.
Okay.
So I get out of the shower. First thing to go on, fresh chonies. It's the first thing.
What the heck are chonies? Is
Underwear,
that underwear?
boxers.
Okay.
Boxers. Yeah.
Now I have two types of boxers, two different materials. One's fluffy cottony, the other one's more of like a boxer material, right? Like
Like an actual boxer?
yeah.
So like the kind of silky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it depends on my mood.
Luke's still kind of trying to make sense of what's going
Yeah,
on
he
here.
is, huh? So it
Just
depends
think
on
about
my mood.
Think about John's underwear.
I
Visualize
I
him
got
wearing
it,
his
yeah.
underwear.
No.
And then
Now, my jeans already have the belt in them. Like
Yes.
through the loops.
Yep.
Okay, before I put them on.
Okay.
So I sit in my desk chair, I slip my jeans on, like just kind of up to my thighs, and then I pull the bottom pant legs up and I throw my socks on. Okay? Then, mind you, this whole time my pants aren't all the way up yet. Then I throw my shoes on. I throw my shoes on.
Calm down, Luke.
Let me finish.
You don't even have a shirt on yet.
I know. I throw my shoes on. I make sure they're all laced up nice and tight like. And then I stand up. I pull my pants all the way up, make sure I'm not getting any wedgie action down there, just give a little tug. And I fix my button, my belt loop, or my belt buckle. And then I go for a shirt. Now, what shirt you ask? Depends on what color jeans I'm wearing. And what color shoes I'm wearing. Then, after that, I do my deodorant before I put my shirt on. We're not weird like Dylan.
Good.
Okay. You're not weird like me. You just leave your pants halfway off.
I'm not
And then-
there with you.
And then 9 times out of 10, I throw a hat on. It's rare that I'll do my hair.
Okay.
Now, let me explain before you throw a hissy fit why I do jeans, socks, and shoes first. Okay? So I'm sitting in the chair, right? I got my jeans on, put my socks on, then my shoes. Then I stand up and do the rest. That doesn't require me to like bend over or sit. The whole point is to get all the stuff done at once where you have to bend over or sit. That way I'm not bending up and down a couple times. It's about not working smarter, not harder. That's how my morning routine is, man.
That didn't make any sense.
It does make sense.
The words coming out of your mouth.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Because look,
Who puts pants on sitting in a chair?
listen, Linda. So, if I throw my jeans on right, then I go for a shirt. Then I got to bend back down to put my socks on.
Then you sit down.
No, why can't I sit down before and just put my jeans and all of it on?
Who
at
puts
once?
pants on sitting down?
Me.
It's impossible. There's a reason you don't do that.
Point counterpoint.
You're telling me it's impossible? I've been doing this for years.
You-
Luke is just so offended.
Nothing's impossible
This-
with Jesus.
Okay. Behind the scenes action. We had no idea what John was going to bring to the table before this podcast. And he brought up his morning routine. and started describing it, and it offended me so much that I said, we're putting this in the podcast.
At the top of the list, no less.
Yeah, because we have to talk about this.
See,
I am shocked.
Why is it offending to you? Offensive?
it's because they can smell your chonies.
The
My
idea of
chonies are fresh.
the idea of having my shoes on before my pants are pulled up, like that's bathroom stuff.
That's horrible.
So then it shouldn't be new.
It should be in the bathroom.
No.
See, I figured he wouldn't have pulled his pants all the way up in case he had to drop a morning log, and then that way...
I'm gonna drop a morning log on my bedroom floor.
Okay. Why? Hold on.
Not on your bedroom floor, just if you were actually in the bathroom on the toilet, kind of getting yourself ready, and then like just you're saving time there, you know. Occasionally, I've brushed my teeth on the toilet. All right, I think I just pull the trash can close and spit in that. Like,
Real question. Why do you not put your boxers on sitting down, and then your pants, and then your socks, and then your shoes?
Because that's not part of my morning routine.
Because you're inconsistent.
I'm
because
not
you
inconsistent.
know that boxers should be put on while standing up.
No,
but that's how pants are
No,
too.
listen. Because the boxers, you need to have some sort of coverage down there, like completely. Okay?
Why?
you don't
Because
want to
it's
zip
just
anything.
weird. I'm freeballing it in the cold air of my bedroom. Okay, I want something covering down there. It gets cold.
Yeah, again, when you pull the pants up and you zip, you gotta have
Yeah, you
things
gotta have something
covered.
Anyway,
Yeah,
You-
I mean, yeah, you pull up the boxers first. My
Right.
point is, why does he put on the boxers before sitting in the chair?
because that way when I'm sitting,
Why
there's
would he put
something
his-
covering my ass.
You don't want him. If he sits down bare butt, he's gonna get his like poo particles.
My
and
point
everything.
is, you're still pretty bare.
Well,
That is my
Panda Bear.
nickname, so
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah, Panda Bear. He's bear.
Let's move on. I can't.
You can't.
I'll forgive you.
Luke just wants to help put your pants on. Is what I guess is
He's
what he's
more
getting at.
offended at me than at the deodorant thing.
Well, he's gonna be at your bachelor party, right? Are you guys doing a sleepover? Maybe he can sleep with you like he slept with me.
I'll show you my morning routine.
Hey, can I sleep with you?
You're gonna have to ask Savannah that question.
He slept with me before I got married to Sarah. So
It's true.
I slept with Dylan before my sister did.
Ayo.
Wow.
Yeah. John's like, I'm learning way too much about this family that I
So
wanted
speaking
to.
of going too far,
No.
What has gone too far this time? What is it?
Applebee's hate has gone too far.
Applebee's hate.
Yes.
What is Applebee's hate?
I don't know. I didn't write this down. I was just
No,
the segue
I
guy.
did because you know what? I have heard it on other podcasts. I've heard it on TV. I've seen news articles. Or posts on Facebook, whatever you want to call it. Why the frick do people hate Applebee's so much?
I know.
I didn't know people did. They've got
Dude.
some great deals.
Yeah, it's like the same thing. Oh, what you hate them?
No, I'm just
Oh, I
saying
was
I know
like-
why.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll let you finish. Then I'll.
Yeah,
Sorry.
because again, I have gone there countless times. Me and Sarah both. They like throughout the year, every month they have like usually $1 mixed cocktail drinks, which are freaking amazing and they taste delicious. So that already is you're off to a good start if you like to drink a little bit of alcohol every now and again, which I do. It's delicious. But it's just like you said, Luke. They got great deals. It's basically the same thing as Chili's. They have like the exact same menu items, and yet people they're fine with Chili's, hate and distaste Applebee's so much. I'm just like. What the frick? It's like the same own. You can even tell by just looking at like their fonts and graphics. Like, yeah, this place is designed by the same company owner. But people hate Applebee's for some reason. I don't get it. It tastes delicious. It tastes fine.
So, John, I'm curious. Why do people hate Applebee's?
So, from what I hear, and I used to feel this way, but I do love that dollar drink thing.
Oh, it's
Fun
amazing.
fact: that's where I was before I came here.
Ooh,
I was over at Applebee's eating and having those dollar
Applebee's
drinks.
sponsor.
What's the drink
This
of the
month, it's a vodka strawberry lemonade.
dude?
It's pretty fire.
I'm in with vodka. I'm in with vodka.
Sponsor.
Applebee's sponsor us.
Subliminal
Now,
messages.
so I do like that place. Me and my fiance go there quite often,
Mm-hmm.
especially with my uncle, get him out of the house, whatever. But it's pretty good. The food's cheap. The appetizers, they're like 2 for $10 or 3 for
Yeah.
$13. Just have those dollar drinks, or if you want a double, it's only $2.
Yep.
Makes sense because it's twice
Yeah.
the price of a dollar.
The math is there.
The math is there.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I understand why people hate it, I don't quite feel this way anymore because I think their food has gotten a lot better. But back in the day, everyone says that their food just tasted like the frozen stuff, the frozen meals or whatever you'd buy in the grocery store, like the frozen box of
Like
orange
like
chicken.
a Hungry Man meal or something.
No, like
By the way,
Like when
I
you buy
love
the-
those frozen boxes of orange chicken.
those are good. I agree. But no, I mean like the frozen box of mozzarella sticks or the frozen box of,
Gotcha.
whatever. Just stuff like that. Like, how TGI Fridays sells their line of frozen food.
Yeah.
They feel like people feel like it tastes like that. So I understand their point, but that tells me they haven't gone to Applebee's in a while because their food's pretty good now.
Yeah, again, out of all times, like I said, because like you said, you and your fiance go a lot, me and Sarah go a lot. I have never had a horrible experience at an Applebee's. Like, taste-wise, service-wise, nothing. So I'm just like, what place are these people going to that, like, all of them have the same general consensus that Applebee's sucks, yet I've never once experienced that in my life.
I've only been to Applebee's once.
Once ever?
Yeah, and it was not too long ago.
That's weirder than John's pants thing.
A little bit, yeah. But it was pretty good. Like, they had that $12 all-you-can-eat after a certain time.
Over like the riblets and stuff?
Yeah, the riblets,
wings,
shrimp.
They still do that? I haven't seen that there the last
Oh
couple
my
times.
god! Like, it was good. It was a great deal.
I know it was there in December. I don't know if it's still there.
Yeah,
anyway.
so that's what I did. It was fantastic. I think. Did you guys have any more to add to that? Because I think there's another one.
I'm just still baffled. Again, Applebee's, I love you. You have a place in my heart. I will never hate you. Unless I get some really bad service. But that, again.
They need a good theme song. That's the only issue I have with
That's
them.
true. They don't
That's
have
true,
the
they don't.
baby back, baby back, baby back. I love
Yeah,
you,
and
baby back.
Chili's
baby
doesn't
back,
even
baby.
do it anymore, really.
Sponsor us.
Chili's, baby back ribs. Dylan's headphones fell off while he tried to clap.
How'd you do that? Like, who claps
I don't know.
with that much
He
force?
clapped
in the
his
head?
headphones off.
But I think there's another restaurant that doesn't get enough respect.
What's that?
It's a fast food restaurant.
Okay, and what's that?
It's McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba?
Yes.
McDonald's
Amen.
is highly underrated. People act like it's
Toxic.
gross, and like, I get that there's a whole pink slime thing a while ago, but like, come on, they've fixed it. They use 100% white meat now.
The
And
Super
kangaroo
Size Me
meat.
movie, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
the inside of the restaurants are now way nicer than any other fast food place. Like, come on, every now and then you get a Wendy's that's a little nicer, but inside of McDonald's, when was the last time you guys were in one? They're
nice, yeah.
fantastic.
We got the touchscreen menus now that everyone wipes their fecal matter on. It's real cool.
I think it's a conspiracy. Let me put my tinfoil hat on real quick. Let me explain why.
Okay.
Conspiracy music. We need it.
McDonald's is like the biggest fast food chain in the world.
Yes.
They make the most money. They're everywhere, dude. Like, just
Time out.
What?
Subway is the most popular restaurant in the entire
well, maybe
world.
now. Yeah.
I don't even know about now. I think they might have tanked a little after their spokesman became a...
The child molester
yeah.
guy.
I don't think most people in the world care about that.
Yeah, they got
That's,
some good
that's an
sandwiches.
American thing. But like, throughout the world, Subway is the number one. Anyway,
Okay.
go
That's
ahead.
weird.
Anyways.
How do you... Why do you just... Okay, I know this is a random episode, but it's still really random that you just happen to know that off the top of your head.
Yeah.
We all know random stuff that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Trivia.
That's true. All right.
Yeah. So, I think that the media and like
Subway sponsor us.
people who owned the other companies, they started giving McDonald's such a bad rap, like it's so unhealthy, all this blah blah blah, just to take them down a peg and get people to come to their restaurants.
As if other restaurants are healthier.
Right. That's how I feel about it, because everyone's like, "Oh no, McDonald's is the least healthy out of all of them." I'm like, they're all crap.
Yeah.
It's all
It's
fast food.
all crap for you. Like, none of it's good.
Ooh. One more thing.
Sure.
Interjection. John, you started something this month.
Oh,
How's
dude,
that
it's been a
going?
drag.
Your fast food fast
Yes.
for the New Year's resolution. What was the resolution?
A whole month.
A whole month.
Yeah, but what was the
Oh, the diet. Okay, so if you guys remember, listeners, we did an episode. How many episodes ago was that? Maybe like 4 or 5.
Yeah, probably 4 or 5.
Yeah. So where we,
It's the one
back
with
there.
I don't know.
so where we spun the game of life dial, and you did it twice. So one of them, each one was a different New Year's resolution per
Yeah.
se that you had to choose between that one or the other.
Right.
Now, one of the ones I spun on was no fast food for a month, and the other one, honestly, I can't remember what it was.
Wasn't it the 3-course
Well-
meal for your lover?
Well, like, what was the heart of the no fast food for a month?
The heart?
Yeah, what was the actual resolution? This is the practical application.
Get healthier? Something like that?
Yeah, I believe it was get healthier. Like,
Get
eat
healthier or eat less fast food. It was one of those
It was
two.
eat healthier, and the application was go a month without fast
Right.
food.
So yeah, it sucks, man. Oh, like I think the biggest headache I've had with it is this past Friday when me and my fiance went to see Luke perform at the wine place.
Right.
Fiance and I.
My fiance and I. So
Leave him alone.
we walk up in there, right? And a bunch of tables were reserved. It was odd because I called them on the phone. I was like, "Can we just do walk-ins, or is it literally only reservations?" She's like, "You can walk in, but there's going to be no tables." But we got there, and there was
the
one
heck?
in the corner with no sign on it. I was like, "Yeah!" So we got the table, and we're sitting there, and we realize they don't sell food.
What?
They don't sell food there. It's just the wine. And I was like, I haven't eaten dinner. I'm not trying to get drunk. I
Yeah,
need to go home. So it's in the Canyon Crest Shopping Center. I don't know if a lot of you listeners know about that, but anyway, there's a lot of restaurants.
It's just a shopping center.
Yeah, and so we tell the lady, hey, can we get one of those reserved little papers because we're gonna go grab some food and we'll be right back for when the performance starts. She's like, oh yeah, of course, okay. So we go out. And we're walking around, and I'm thinking they're going to have, like, at least a little deli or, like, a little cafe in there or something. Every freaking restaurant in there was a sit-down restaurant.
Oh,
and I don't have time for that because Luke's going to perform in, like, half an hour. I'm like, what do we do? And my fiance, she agreed to do this no fast food thing with me when she really doesn't have to because she didn't spin the dial thing. She's just
But solidarity.
She's trying to be supportive, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, well, since it's Valentine's Day, let's give in. We'll go to Carl's because it's right there.
Oh.
And I was like, you know what? We might have to. There's nothing else. And I honestly can't eat right now. And she kept trying to talk me into it. Are you done?
You could hear stuff coming out. Do you guys know what that sound is? Dylan's blowing his nose if you didn't guess it by now.
Sorry, John's facial reactions are pretty great.
What kind of nonsense is this?
Sorry.
I don't want to edit this out.
bunch of
It's
malarkey.
random.
I'm just going to leave it
It's
in.
random. So, freaking Carl's. So we're going and we're walking around. I'm getting like pissed at this point that there's
You're getting the
nowhere for me
hangries.
to eat. Yeah, I'm hangry. I'm mad. And she's like, let's just go to Ralph's and we'll get like their little like sandwiches they sell.
Okay.
Like pre-made or whatever, like
Yeah,
however it is. And or like the little salads they have or whatever.
Just
right?
something.
Yeah, or they even had sushi in there and whatever. And I was like, all right, fine. So we go in there and none of it sounds good because she's got Carl's Jr. in my head now. Now I'm losing it. And I'm looking at the prices of everything and it's more expensive and I'm getting mad. And so I was like, let's just go to Carl's. And she was like, oh, well, this sandwich kind of looks good. I might get this. I'm like, fine, we won't go to Carl's. So we end up I get a little sandwich. She gets a little wrap, and then we shared some mochi balls.
Oh, cool.
Ice cream. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it cost like $25.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, for those 3 items, and we shared a bottle of Dr. Pepper.
Man.
I was livid. And we went back and sat in front of the wine place eating our little food outside. And then, because I figure we can't bring food in there, right? Because it's a different place. We walk back in there.
Class A.
We walk back in there. Everyone at every table had takeout from somewhere that they brought with them.
Oh.
I'm like, no one told me. I couldn't have just ate my sandwich inside. I had to sit out in the cold.
Luke, you are causing problems in their marriage. And
I didn't eat any food.
No, but you gave them this challenge. It's already causing them to fight and everything and bicker at the store.
We gave us this challenge.
You gave
these
us the challenges.
Speaking of challenges, why do you still have hair?
Yeah,
I
what
got the
heck?
whole year. I mean, like, literally, I have, like, the biggest gap here before anything happens.
Pansy. Shave.
Look, the cancer hasn't hit me yet, all right?
That wasn't funny. Shave your head.
It'll get shaved. Luke will have his video
We have a date
for his own
mine.
personal
Oh,
pleasure.
yes. I
March
can't wait.
14th, Pi Day, is
Aw,
when
frick.
I will be handcuffed to Peter, my brother.
12 hours.
12 hours.
14th.
And that is to spend more time with family.
And for you listeners, Luke is dedicated to doing this so much to the fact that he's not willing to opt out an easy 8 hours of just sleeping. Like, he's actually going to do this while he's awake.
Yeah, it's got to be 12 waking hours.
Yeah.
Now,
so.
the question is, can I buy the handcuffs and can they be like pink furry ones?
If you buy them, absolutely.
Dude.
Yes.
John, get on it.
Oh, I'm going. Amazon, here I come.
They'll have it too.
Yeah, they will. I'll have it shipped to
frick.
your house for you.
Awesome. This is working out way better than
Luke's
I
is like, great, I
imagined.
don't have to buy the handcuffs.
I get
was
to
like-
hang out with him, and I was saying we should go to like Knott's or something.
Oh, on that day?
Yeah.
I don't want to
Shoot.
do
He
that.
doesn't want to do that.
That's like
We should go bowling or ice skating, I said.
Definitely have to be in
ice
public
skating could work,
somewhere.
Yeah,
because
we definitely need to play Twister at some point.
Twister would be
Twister,
fun. Do we start off or end with Twister? I think Twister would be a good ending.
I also want to
Yeah,
toss
that would
around a football.
Oh, gosh. So, what, like, you throw it and then Peter has to try to run and get it?
No, like you guys would be involved.
We should play baseball.
Look.
See them both at
That
bat.
honestly would work better. You can catch with one hand and then have the other guy throw it. Football,
But
you
for
have to
batting?
catch with 2 hands.
For batting, how is that going to work?
Ooh, I don't know.
We'll find out. Yes, all good ideas.
It's going to be fun. Stay tuned. We're going to do a massive Instagram story on that one. You can see how our day is chronicled.
It's weird how this tangent got about just because of the fast food thing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I guess it makes sense.
Now, real quick before we move on.
Uh-huh.
Here's how I feel. I'm doing mine this month. You're doing yours next month. You got to shave your head in April.
I'll shave my head before then. Trust me, dude. Like, I don't want to have a mop top come summertime. It's gonna get too hot. I already don't like the hair right now. It gets
You're
greasy.
too hot.
Oh.
He got all
See,
nervous.
look, man. Nervous. I was welcoming
like,
it. I was like, oh. It was like thank you for the compliment.
Oh.
But yeah, no, because me and
I
John,
was
I mean, like,
serenading him.
we were talking about it and how again you're hoping, we're both hoping to kind of drop some more poundage.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're kind of like buddies in this together. So his fast food fast. Again, my bad for not checking up on you. I've been dead for the last week, but you know, again, we're there for more solidarity. So hopefully we can help each other, just kind of push along to drop some poundage. But yeah. Should be good.
Should be
but yeah,
good.
and like I said, I'll definitely lose a pound of hair once I shave it.
So, what were you saying about fast food before? Oh, yeah, you
Before
were
all
talking
this?
about McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
I think
I didn't bring this up. I thought you brought
Yeah,
up the
you
topic.
brought up
Yeah,
McDonald's
I
because
just
it was
wasn't
getting too
sure
much
if you-
hate.
But I don't know, because
Oh, yeah, we went from Applebee's to McDonald's
Yeah.
getting bad rap.
Yeah, I know
and
where
then
we
to
are. I just
that.
wanted to know if you had anything else to say about McDonald's specifically.
No, man, I dig McDonald's.
Well, because will you stop blowing your nose? How much do you have in there?
Dude, you have no idea. Like, it's
Go
been,
blow yourself somewhere else.
it's for the listeners, John.
Anyway,
Look, the only hate I have for McDonald's is their broken ice cream machine constantly.
That's true. That's like
Fair
a
enough.
universal fact.
Yeah.
really quick, I'm just curious. Like, I like McDonald's. My favorite fast food though is Carl's Jr.
It's a good one.
What's your favorite fast food? Ooh, Carl's Jr. sponsor us.
Whoa.
I can't say Carl's Jr. because I've honestly avoided it like for years now because I went there back to back times. 3 separate locations, got food poisoning at every single one. Not kidding.
Your bowels are
See,
weak.
I
Dude,
like
no. It's
I like
miserable.
Carl's Jr. Their $7 box has the triple cheeseburger, the chicken sandwich, and a
Yeah.
cookie, and the drink, and
Yeah, I do love
Good
value meals are pretty much where my money goes to a lot. If I were to go up based off of just where I go most frequently, it'd probably be Taco Bell with their like box meals and stuff. Favorite though, I think I probably prefer Baker's because it's actually really good quality food.
Yeah.
For
A close
fair enough
second for
price.
me is KFC.
Ooh, yeah,
KFC.
KFC's not for me. I'll eat their chicken strips and all their sides, but their fried chicken always makes me not feel well. So like,
Also,
I like
your
KFC,
bowels
but
are
also-
weak.
But it's just that KFC.
I have vicious bowels. Dylan knows this.
vicious bowels.
You've known this for years, Dylan. My bowels are vicious.
Yeah, Luke always talks about how he's highly evolved and like he's got these bowels that are amazing, but yet his
So we got Dylan blowing his nose. John is burping.
I burped once.
Yeah, and then you
I keep
smile.
farting, but
Because
it's
it
the
was
way you
fun.
don't
Smile.
smelling it.
I'm the only.
I thought it was far
Professional
enough
one
away
here.
from the mic, but it wasn't.
It was so loud.
We're all out of it, man.
Let's talk about something a little less controversial. Like this,
Food?
everything so
Food is
far.
controversial?
Everything so far has
That
been
next thing
like
is less
argument.
controversial.
So let's just talk about how to beat other people's children.
Okay. So it's a fun story for me. Okay, so this actually goes back.
Sounds fun.
Oh, dude, like I've devised a perfect strategy for how to beat other people's children. And everyone feel free to try this out when you're out in public.
I'm in.
Because, okay, this is actually going back to when me and Sarah were on our anniversary vacation. We were actually
Sarah
shut up. we went to Knott's Berry Farm. And okay, you know how when you go out in public, whether it's an amusement park or anywhere, there's always going to be a good handful of families that just let their kids run around like wild animals, right?
Yeah.
You've
Right.
seen this everywhere. Okay. So, here's my thing. You know, they always run around, you know, they're always running into your path or like bumping into you and everything, and the parents are like, say excuse me, and like the parents will apologize, like, oh, I'm so sorry for that, blah blah. And so the parents in their head, they're already expecting their kids to do something they shouldn't, right? They're gonna bump into somebody, they're gonna hit something they shouldn't, and then they're gonna get hurt, but the parents still know in their head it's the kid's fault. So they're already assuming that. So my strategy on how to correct this mistake that society has allowed to go on for so many years, when those kids start running in front of you, check them. check them like you're playing hockey. Just bump them with your knee, however tall they are. Hit them with your leg, your elbow, whatever, and just like, oh, sorry, kid, and just play it off like you didn't mean to do it at all. And then the parent's gonna know, like, oh, yep, there goes my idiot kid bumping into people again, and now it got hurt. But it's the perfect strategy. They won't assume anything, and you'll be able to get away with it.
I can't wait to have children so I could do that to them.
Dude, my kids are gonna be behaved. You know, I used to make fun of those parents who would have like the animal leashes, backpacks, or whatever.
Yeah.
I might actually start doing that. That's just
No, I hate that. That's so degrading to
Does
me.
this sound psychotic to anyone else?
This
Sounds
is
like psychotic.
This is a little bit
This
like
is not
bait
psychotic,
and trap.
man.
You're
No.
like, come here, kitty.
I'm not trying to lure them over so I can drop an elbow on them. I'm just saying, like, they keep running around and it gets annoying because it's like, I'm trying to just walk down the sidewalk or something and your kids are freaking running circles around me. Like, no, like, they deserve to get checked every now and again. I'm sorry. Like, teach your kids how to behave in public.
You're literally framing children.
I'm not framing them. I'm just hitting them.
I can't believe you're saying this on air.
Yeah, dude. Look, feel free to try this at home, guys. Like, if you
With your own kids, try it at home.
Yeah, if you want to do it to your own kids, that's fine. You know, you already know what's gonna happen. Just like, oh, okay. But look, I'm just saying, if you're out in public and someone's kids are just being super annoying to you, like, it happens, man. Especially if like you're either standing in, like I said, amusement parks. You know, it's not always the case, but if you're just standing in line or walking down a sidewalk and they just keep just spastically running around you and like, because I try so hard to like accommodate for stupid people. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it on the freeways. I'm tired of it when I'm out in public. I'm just tired of
kids running around on the
tired of
freeways.
stupid people. So I think they just need to start getting checked, and then society will work itself out.
I don't know.
Look, tell me the strategy isn't foolproof though, because again,
It's foolproof. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
it's
nobody's
well
gonna
thought out.
assume anything. They're just gonna think, oh, my idiot kid's at it again.
That is
Until they see the grown-ass man with a beard kneeing their kid in the chest.
I'm not. You don't visibly make like a Hadouken noise or something like that. It's not Street Fighter, but again, you just keep walking forward. You don't stop in your tracks or you don't try to accommodate for the kid. Like no, you just keep walking and you stay in your path and in your lane. And you're just like, oh,
Okay,
sorry, kiddo.
All right, no, that makes a little more sense. I
yeah.
still don't agree. I
You were
think
like,
you're
I'm just
crazy.
gonna stick my knee out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick my knee
Well,
out.
again, in the
Bam.
sense of just like it's just your stride. It's your normal stride, but you don't accommodate anyone else. You just keep walking. It's like when
Oh,
people.
that's better.
It's
That's
like
better.
It's like the same thing. Okay, maybe not kids, but even grown adults when they just want to stop in front of you, like when you're walking somewhere and they're just like in the middle of foot traffic everywhere.
you just bump
walk
into
into them. Yeah, just like oh, you shouldn't have stopped here. Go stand off to the side of the corner where no one's gonna be in your way, or you're gonna be in ours. Like just no, stop it.
I'm telling you, when people do that, it makes me as angry as an alien. Like just furious.
Or when people are on their phones, like walking, and they're walking right at you.
Yeah.
You just keep walking.
Yeah, exactly. They'll
Angry
learn.
as an alien. It's ridiculous.
You should just carry an air horn around on campus, so when people are walking at you on their phone, just keep walking.
Yeah, and use it only when I get as angry as an alien.
Yeah, there you go. I like it.
So
So we went from Dylan's psychotic plan to a little more contained, calm one.
okay, no, I don't think John's quite catching on to
Getting
us.
it.
Okay, so
Am I not? Am I missing it?
it's not a joke, but I was letting Luke hang out high and dry anyway, so I apologize, Luke.
What happened? What did I miss?
Okay, it's our next topic that I wanted to discuss. Again, for our random episode.
Oh, I didn't read the paper.
So, yeah, he kept dropping the angry alien thing, and I'm just like, I'm gonna let this play out, because no...
Why are aliens always angry?
Well, that's my question, is like, how
Ack,
come...
ack.
How...
Ack, ack.
Mars Attack.
yeah, yes, exactly.
Watch it. It's great.
And
Great
that's-
movie.
Okay, so that's my thinking on this one, right? How come in like most alien movies, it's always like world domination, they want to kill you, right? Like they're just always out to get humans. How come it's never just like, hey, I want to pop in for a visit? Or, you know, maybe it's an alien like looking for a new species to date or something. It's like, hey, baby, you want to jump on my rocket ship? We can go to this bar called Quasars and Quaaludes. I mean, like just... like, how come...
So you tell the children that you need them at the amusement park?
No, I do not offer children Quaaludes. I do not do that. Oh gosh. But again,
Heck.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, why do aliens always want to kill us? It's never just like, you know, oh, I want to pop in for a visit. Earth was
Where
kind of
are
nice.
all the scientist aliens? They're always military aliens.
Yeah, it's always something that has like a laser beam, or again, the whole anal probing thing. That's like always like what's on the top of everyone's
In all
list.
fairness, that might be the scientist aliens.
Yeah.
But it's like always an evil thing. Why can it not just be a nice alien that just wants to like, you know, be like, oh hey guys, let me help advance your society a few hundred years. Like here, you guys get the laser
Because
technology now.
according to the laws of intergalactic travel, from Star Trek, you're not allowed to interfere with civilizations that are below you.
Unless
Is
you're
this a real
killing
thing?
them.
Or are you just...
Seriously.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Not allowed to
What?
interfere.
Nerd!
You don't know about the Prime Directive?
Yeah. That's it. That's the name.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've never watched Star Trek.
You nerd. What's wrong with you?
How are you going to call me a nerd for not watching Star Trek?
All the other crap you watch that's nerdy and you don't watch Star Trek. Star Trek's like the first one you should have watched.
But still, like, it goes beyond Star Trek. You've never heard of the Prime Directive?
Yeah.
That phrase sounds familiar, but I don't know what the actual Prime Directive is.
Yeah, it's just don't interfere in Star Trek. It's don't interfere with species that are not warp capable yet.
Okay.
Once they're warp capable, then it's like introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever. If they don't want to warp us, that's fine. They don't want to advance our society, that's fine. But at least just come and hang out. That's it.
Yeah. Like, I know this is not the entertainment section because there is none. But if you have not watched
That was still enough.
The Arrival or just Arrival?
Arrival.
That was a good one.
Arrival. That was a good one. And those were peaceful aliens that just
they
wanted
wanted to
to
help.
contribute. Mm-hmm. So yeah, check that one out. That one was
But
fun.
wouldn't that constitute them interfering with the Prime Directive? Because they advance our
Yes.
society.
It's not Star Trek, dude.
Yeah.
Prime Directive.
He learned a new word. He's like,
I'm just going to keep saying that now.
Prime
look how I
Direct.
can use it. Quit being a butthole, dude.
Yeah, man. Why are you being such a butthole? I know I'm not the butthole. Are you the butthole, Luke?
I'm not the butthole.
I think he's the butthole. Still is. He's the one who's going to get anal probed by the aliens. He's the butthole.
It took Luke a second again.
Our studio audience made a face.
Oh, so speaking of Dylan being the butthole, we've got a
What?
story for you.
What's
Do
with
I?
you? You're not accepting these transitions.
Yeah,
anymore.
man. Why are you hating on our transitions?
Because it's just fun to make you guys work for it.
These are gold.
No,
I'm nailing these.
Luke only had to work for it because I didn't catch on. I wasn't being a jerk. I was just ignorant.
yeah.
Yeah, I was stupid.
And
You're
Dylan,
just
you're
being a
just
jerk.
being stupid.
No, I'm being a jerk like John said.
John was being stupid. Dylan, you're just being stupid.
Yeah,
What?
it's true.
Prime Directive.
Fired. Amazon Prime Directive.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, I got a couple stories here for Am I the Butthole? This one's
Actually, I have something that needs to happen first.
Well, then why? See, you guys are trying to transition to it.
Well, you blew it. So
Yeah, you blew it.
if
You're
you
hating on our
didn't take forever
transitions.
with the other transitions, maybe we would have had time.
Prime Directive.
But spoiler alert, I actually have to take off from this
no.
early. But I do have time for something.
You better.
It's a fan favorite. It pops around every once in a while. It is Guess the World Record with host Luke Biker. So you guys know how this game works. I've got 5 world records here. I'm going to give you the number or the answer, however you want to look at it. And you have to guess what the record is. So let's get into this. We've played it before. Listeners at home, play along with us. See if you can get it right.
Yay.
So the first one, the answer, 14.7 ounces. What is the record? Is
The biggest
it A?
swallow.
What?
Like the amount of water someone can swallow.
Okay,
Let
look.
me get through the question.
So 14.7 ounces. Is it A, most urine ever peed at once? B, most mustard drunk in 30 seconds?
Ooh.
Or C, most cotton in ounces eaten in 5 minutes?
Who's eating cotton?
Okay, question. How a standard plastic water bottle, how many ounces does that hold?
12.
12 ounces?
Yeah.
16.
16.9.
Okay, 16.
I'll
Is it
believe
really?
her. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, so about 16 ounces, and it's 14 point what?
0.7.
Okay, what are the answers again? It was peeing, cotton, and what? Mustard?
Okay.
Yeah, most mustard drunk in 30 seconds.
Now, it's definitely not peeing because on a long road trip, I've peed almost like 2 soda bottles full. Mm-hmm. Like, the standard ones you can buy at like the gas station.
Right,
so
right.
I know it's not pee. I know it's not that. The other 2, though.
Both so random and out there. I'll go with
Mustard's gross.
I'll go with mustard because again, Luke, I don't want to keep lingering too long.
You're going with mustard?
I'll
Okay,
go with
John?
mustard.
Let's go with cotton.
Cotton.
John's got it.
Nope, the answer is mustard.
Hey,
Dylan, you got
they're
it.
both right in the pee
I'm
though.
just proud it was no pee
Yeah.
from my own
Yeah.
personal experience.
Yep.
Yeah,
I've peed in bottles
I'm right
before.
there.
That's my
Yeah.
thinking. I'm just like,
I didn't know a bottle was 16 ounces. If I would have known that,
crazy.
I would not have put peeing on there. Because I've definitely peed more than that.
Should put pooping.
Ugh.
I pooped more than that, too.
No one- ugh.
Anyway,
I'm just visualizing someone pooping in a bottle.
record number 2.
That's
The
like,
answer is...
Put it in there.
Hey,
Sorry.
focus.
Go ahead.
The answer is 4.88 inches. So what is the record? Stop.
We didn't say anything.
Stop making faces. That's not. Come on.
Just go over the question. We didn't say nothing.
ABC.
4.88 inches is the record. A, longest eyelash. B, longest booger. Or C, largest kidney stone. And that's diameter.
Yikes. I'm going with eyelash.
Kidney stone.
Kidney stone. No, it's not kidney stone. The answer is longest eyelash.
Hey!
Kidney stone. Yeah, as it was coming out, they had to do surgery and like.
Yeah, kidney stone. I'm like, frick, man. That sounds horrible.
No, well they
I know you can.
they could shoot it. I think it was with radiation or something.
Yeah,
and
like they
breaks
laser it.
up. Yeah.
That's tumors.
No, they do
But
it
it
with
works
kidney
for kidney
stones.
stones.
Whoa.
Yeah, they break them up if they're too big to pass.
Prime directive.
Stupid.
Okay, let's move on. The next one. This is some. Try to picture this in your head. So the answer is 40 feet long, 12 feet wide, and 25 feet tall.
Noah's Ark. All right, so go.
Okay, the record is this: A, the largest outdoor pool. Outdoor, above ground. Sorry, misread that.
No, that's not the answer.
Largest above ground pool. B, largest covered wagon. Or C, largest paper bag.
Give me the dimensions again.
40 feet long, 12 feet wide, 25 feet tall.
Paper bag, pool, or what? Paper bag, pool,
Covered wagon.
covered wagon. I'm going to go with paper bag.
I'm gonna go with covered wagon.
The answer is covered wagon.
Oh!
John got one. So
Yes.
it's 2-1 right now. All right, so let's move on to the
Coming
next
for you.
one. The answer is 910.
Okay.
So the record.
Minutes in a year.
Dude. The record is largest collection of disco balls, most grasshoppers, or most balloons blown up in 1 hour.
Just most grasshoppers of what? Like,
Yeah, where? What? How? At a zoo? In someone's garage?
just
Like,
most grasshoppers.
That's the most grasshoppers. That's the most
I
grasshoppers
need more
in the world.
context, because what if I want to give that as my answer?
Okay, so what are the? It was balloons and
You
what
want
was
to
the
give
other?
that as your answer?
No! Not right now.
All right, John, you pick first.
All right, so is most balloons what?
balloons, grasshoppers, and
Disco balls.
disco balls.
I'll go with collection of disco balls.
I'll go with disco balls as well.
You're both wrong.
Good.
It's grasshoppers. I'm
Just-
kidding. It's not. It's most balloons blown up in 1 hour.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's not
Poor
bad.
guy. That's
I
exhausting.
wonder what the minimum requirement was for blown up. Like, because you obviously have to get a certain weight.
Yeah,
you
you
just be
have
like, pff, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right,
I didn't ask.
last one.
Yes, last
ask about
one,
the
number
grasshoppers.
5. It's still 2-1, so you have an opportunity to tie, John. So the answer is 72. Is the record A, most hours without peeing? We got more pee. B, most snakes used in a Broadway musical? Or C, most baked beans eaten with chopsticks in 1 hour?
Dude, that sounds difficult.
I feel like 1 hour would be long enough to get more than 72 baked beans.
with
like-
chopsticks.
Yeah, if it had been a minute, I would believe that. But an hour?
Hour, yeah, that's a little.
That's a low ball number. If it's baked.
Spoilers, a minute.
You actually said it wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Well,
it isn't a minute.
so
Well,
he-
that
he
changes
screwed
the
us
game
up then, yeah.
entirely.
Oh, he's just changing the answer on us right now, so that way we could.
I don't know.
You
I
don't
wanna
know either way.
Sarah, can you confirm what he wrote down?
Oh yeah, Sarah's in here. If you guys didn't know.
What's your answer?
Way to go, John. Oh, now I gave him the cough.
What were the other two?
Baked beans.
So yeah, most baked beans eaten with chopsticks in 1 minute.
Okay.
Most snakes used in a Broadway musical, or most hours without peeing.
I'm gonna go with snakes because I like to imagine it was for Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe, and they did a musical number.
Nice.
Okay, Luke, just be honest with me. You didn't actually write down. You did misread minute instead of hour.
It's not that simple.
Okay,
It's not that.
look, okay, what did you?
Just don't
Just
pick
pick
baked
one.
beans.
Well, but that's the thing is like if it's a minute, if he actually wrote down a minute, I would consider that as my answer. But if he wrote an hour and then just switched on me
I
right
am
now,
not cheating.
Go with your gut.
We'll put it that
So
way.
you didn't change the answer at all. You did actually write down minute.
I'm not cheating.
Frick.
What you got, Dylan?
So it was snakes, beans, and what was the last one? Sorry.
Most hours without peeing.
Okay, it's definitely not that. Frick.
Have you gone 72 hours without
Yeah,
peeing?
dude, what the heck?
No.
Oh, you just said it with such
it's
confidence.
I said it's not that.
Yeah, you said it with confidence.
Like, we're gonna have to call Guinness.
Well, I'm saying it's not that because someone would have peed before then. That'd be horrible. Your bladder's destroyed if you haven't peed in 72 hours.
This
think it could
week
be
I've
done.
made it an entire day.
Screw it. I'll go
Over
with the snakes
24
too.
hours.
Just because.
Snakes?
Copy.
You're both wrong.
Good.
It is the baked beans.
So
Here's the thing. I wrote an hour, but I know that's a typo.
A rhino?
A righto.
All right.
See,
I told you I wasn't cheating.
That was not technicality because he wrote hour, and again in my head, like I said, if he had just changed the answer on the spot, that's what caused me to question him and thinking he was just changing the answer to mess with me.
I told you I didn't cheat.
all that matters is I
literally said
won
that.
and Dylan lost.
No,
It was 1-2. What are you talking about?
John,
Yeah,
you lost.
it's golf rules, man.
Go get out of here. No, who does have to get out of here? That was Luke.
Yeah. So I got to get out of here, but luckily we have someone to replace me. Her name is also Luke. So come on up, Luke.
It'd be like Lukita, right?
Are you coming, Luke?
I don't think Luke wants to come, but
right,
Sarah, do you want to
Sarah.
fill in for Luke?
Yeah, I'll hop on.
All right,
Hey.
All right.
Feel free to hop on this one.
Everybody say goodbye to Luke.
Bye,
Bye,
Luke.
Luke.
Don't suck it up at your job. All right, so there goes Luke. He's off to I don't know what he has, diabetes school or something. He's training
Yeah, I think
for.
it's like diabetes ballerina race for the cure, something like that.
Sounds about right.
It's the bacon ballet.
Bacon ballet. Gotcha.
There you go.
All right, well, so let's see. So now that Luke's gone, I mean, we still got a handful of topics here to go over, and one of them that's kind of jumping out to me. I don't know why we didn't transition to this one earlier on in the episode when we were still talking about how to get dressed in the morning. Are you naked if you're just wearing socks? This is tough because you have to define what means clothed, but then also you're kind of in your birthday suit.
Well, you also got to define what type of socks. Are they thigh highs, knee highs, crew,
All the way up to the groin.
no
just-
show? If they're no show, I feel like you're basically naked.
Yeah, just little anklets. All right, so what do you guys feel about that?
I keep forgetting I'm allowed to talk now because I've been in the background for an hour.
Yeah, so yeah, again, we do have Sarah filling in for Luke since he had to ditch us like
The
a
new
jerk.
and improved Luke.
Yes,
New and improved.
Well,
Wait, but-
technically I came first.
way better, way hotter. I mean, all right, yeah. So socks. I don't know. I want to heavily lean towards you are naked still, even if you have socks on. That's how I kind of feel about it. It's so weird.
I have several thoughts on this.
We'll go into them. That's what the random episode is for.
The first one is there's a difference between naked and nude, and it's all about the intentionality. So naked is like unintentional, right? Like you walk out of your bathroom thinking you're home alone, and surprise, your roommate's still there, and they see you. They saw you naked. By contrast, if like it was intentional, like if you're a model and you do a photo shoot and you're not wearing anything, that's
Nude modeling, yeah.
Yeah, or if you're intentionally walking around your house nude, you're nude.
Yeah, you're in the nude.
Oh, it's nice to do that.
So there's that angle. The other angle I that came to mind was dogs. You ever like take your dog's collar off and you're like, "Yay, you're naked."
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get
I
that.
think the collar provides about as much coverage as a pair of socks on a person. So given that, I feel like you would not be naked.
I get the logic. It's just still so weird. How do you feel, Sean? What is your naked mind leaning towards?
Well, I mean, you got a piece of clothing on. I believe you're not naked. I believe you are clothed. To a
Okay.
terrible degree. You are not clothed enough. But nevertheless, you are clothed. You do have a piece of clothing on.
You're like 1% clothed.
Yeah. Well, it's like if you're wearing a shirt but nothing else. You naked?
Well, I guess Donald Duck. Daffy Duck? Daffy Duck. No,
One of the
Donald
ducks.
Duck.
Daffy Duck's completely naked. Unless that's a collar, or is that just his pattern?
I think it's just his pattern, right? On his little white mark on his neck.
Yeah.
Although we do learn that the beak is entirely fake in one episode.
Oh, what? Really?
Is it fake? Or just that it got blown off by
It's
Elmer Fudd's
detachable.
shotgun?
It's detachable.
That's crazy. So, yeah. I don't know. My consensus, it's not a consensus because it's just my opinion. But
The consensus of John.
I think if you're wearing socks, you're You're not naked.
I think on a gut level, like sociologically speaking, yes, you're naked if
Yeah.
you only have socks on.
It's just so
But
weird.
technically
Because
speaking.
you cannot go walking outside like that and
Right.
say that you are clothed.
Right.
So then, therefore, I'm right. So there's two forms of logic where I'm either right because you can't go out in public like that, but you guys are right because technically you are clothed, just barely clothed.
Yeah, as clothed as a dog is wearing its collar.
Oh gosh.
I like that.
All right, so our next month challenge is we're gonna have to Luke, when he's handcuffed to Peter, will have to walk out naked.
About the town.
Oh gosh, man.
So speaking of nude,
Speaking of nude, all right.
am I the butthole?
Oh yeah, the stories I never even got to.
Terrible segue.
Oh gosh.
That's probably the worst one.
All right, I got a couple of them though. You know, like I said, we always got to make the random episodes fun. So, no, I mean, this is what our second, I guess. The first one was
Or
great.
second or third one. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I
First
kept
of all-
sending him new ones while you guys were recording.
Yeah, so I'll go over two of them. This one's actually, would I be the butthole? All right, so would I be the butthole if I donated my friend's stroller that I borrowed 8 months ago? Wife and I have 2 kids. We went on vacation. Didn't want to bring 2 strollers on a plane, so we borrowed a friend's stroller where the kids could sit side by side. Well, 8 months later, we still have the stroller. She has come over to our house multiple times for game night in those 8 months, and each time we mention it, she says that her car is too full or that she drove the smaller car and it won't fit. I texted her and said, hey, I'm going to drop off your stroller today, and she texts back and says she is driving by my house and she will pick it up after work and not to worry about dropping it off. She never shows up. Texted a few days ago saying that we don't have room to store the stroller anymore and asking her if she wants it or should we just donate it. Haven't heard from her. Would I be the butthole if I just donated it anyways?
You absolutely would, but I like the way this person thinks.
Man, like, I at this point, okay, I mean, small comparison here. But I was telling Sarah about this. I try to get in touch with people like playing Pokemon Go and stuff about like random trades or whatever else is going on. And like I say like, hey, I have this shiny Pokemon or this legendary Pokemon for you. You know, are we still trading? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? I can clearly get frustrated because I'm like, I can understand where this person's coming from because it's like I try to reach out to you month after month after, you know, or day after day after month and everything. It just builds up so much to where I'm just like, well, you know what? Screw it. Like I had this trade for you, but now you're just pissing me off to the point where I don't want your thing that you had for me. So it's just like, I wouldn't necessarily call them the butthole if they did donate it. That's where I'm putting my foot down on this.
You don't think he'd be the butthole?
I don't think he would because if they've tried multiple times, you know, this is a span of 8 months. You know, this person said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna pick it up," never does, and you know they've tried giving it to him when they come over, and then they just keep making excuse after excuse to not take it. And they've tried so many times to do this. Like, I can't fault them for that. I don't know. That's just me. What about you, John? How do you feel about it? Are you with Sarah?
Well, according to the law.
Legally binding documents over here.
Oh no, this is about squatters. Okay, here we go.
Oh gosh.
Here's something on how long until something on your property, left on your property, legally becomes yours.
All right, so we're getting a whole new perspective.
Yes. So it never really legally becomes yours unless a judge awards it to you in some sort of proceeding.
Sheesh.
That doesn't help me. I thought it would help me.
It's just the one sentence, like, and done.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the lady who owned the stroller is the butthole.
Right.
Like, come get your stroller, lady. It's been 8 months. Like, what do you? If your kids are all grown, what does it matter? Donate it.
Right.
you know?
Okay.
But it's like, at the same time, yeah, it's not your stroller according to the law. That's a toughie though.
Maybe they can meet halfway and just like drop it off on her porch like an Amazon package.
Yeah, shoot, that's a good
throw it at her-
solution. Yeah,
Throw it at her
just
doorstep.
leave it on her doorstep.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that would be like the neutral ground rule because I get what you're saying, John. She's the butthole for after all these times not picking it up at all or
and
not
it's
wanting
like
to take it.
clearly she doesn't need the stroller.
Right. So it's nothing that's gonna be bad. But yeah. Okay. So yeah. You would say that they'd still be the buttholes if they did donate it, but that they should just compromise halfway, throw it at her door,
Yeah.
front porch.
Yeah,
and then
Sarah's
call.
right. They should just drop it off the front porch.
Also, proceed and keep seeing how many things you can quote unquote borrow from this friend, and then just like, I mean, next thing you know, you have a lawnmower,
Yeah.
you have a KitchenAid mixer.
Everything you can
I
just
need
keep.
to borrow your TV.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah,
Can I borrow $100?
like if they're never gonna get it, if they're never gonna make the effort to get it back, I mean, just see how much you can take.
You could refurnish your whole house.
Yeah,
Can I borrow your couch? Gosh, man. All right, so that's our first story.
Then you can start asking for money because nobody expects that back anyway.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Just borrow $100 right off the
Yeah.
gate. All right, so we got 2. You'd be the butthole if you do donate. I say no, but we're neither here nor there. All right, here's another one we got though. Am I the butthole for telling off an old man with 30 items in the express lane? All right, so. And I assume they mean express checkout, not just express lane as in
where it's
cars.
like 15 items or less, or 10
Right.
items or less.
All right, so I went to Walmart recently for batteries. I have 1 item. I get into the express checkout. In front of me is, what the heck, is Methuselah with 30 items. Dang. There is only 1 express checkout cashier. I tell him, hey, that's too many items. He responds, do you have a problem? Yes, that's too many items. You have a problem. He moves deeper in line. It's not about me having a problem. It's about you not respecting other people's time. And then the guy responds again, you have a problem. And besides, they don't have any other lanes open. This is not correct. And then so the guy who's writing this story, there are other lanes open. You just didn't look. The guy who with too many items. If you have a problem, that's your problem. Guy responds again, being old doesn't give you the right to be a butthole. I leave. Behind me weakly, someone mumbles, you're the butthole. Methuselah reaches the cashier. I go to the self-checkout, and at the other end of the cashier's row, my credit card isn't working, so I try at 2 different stations, then relent and use cash with the cashier. All this takes about 2 minutes. As I'm putting my wallet away, Methuselah has only now completed his transaction. He stares at me, expecting me to confront him again. I do no such thing because there's no point in arguing with people whom you know aren't interested in listening to you. He leaves the store first. His car is near mine. I pull out of my parking spot as he loads his second of what looks to be 8 bags into his trunk. Jeez. Am I the butthole? No, I think you're just someone with a backbone.
Yeah, I don't think he's the butthole.
Like,
I've fantasized about this conversation many times.
gosh, man, yeah, I never understand where it's just like, again, the signs there again to help convenience, to help accommodate more people who do need, not necessarily in a rush, but just people who are not doing a full house worth of grocery shopping in one go. It's like they're just like, no, I just got these 5 things, 6 things, or this guy just batteries. That's all I need, and just a quick checkout. Like that's what it's supposed to be there for. And
yeah. I'm thinking it's not like he was. I can't imagine he was standing there going, okay, that guy's got 1, 2, 3 items. He's good. That guy's got, about 10. They're good. This guy, 1, 2, 3, 30. Like, he can't go. Like, no, nobody does that. You kind of just know, like, when too many is too much in the basket.
Right, yeah.
Like, if the person if the limit's 15, if they have, like, 17 items, I'm going to be like, yeah, you know what? I probably would have gotten the express line, too.
Let it slide.
Yeah. But, like, clearly the guy has a basket full of crap.
Yeah, you can tell right away. It's just like, this guy's probably got tortillas, cans, fruit, veggies, like just a whole mix of stuff.
So, yeah, I don't think he's the butthole at all. I think the old man is the butthole.
Yeah, Methuselah.
Methuselah, yeah. Methuselah is the butthole.
Freaking Methuselah. I kind of want to call out, too, the other person who called the guy the butthole for just trying to be like, no, this is what the line's here
are
for.
they stupid?
Like, yeah, like, how are you going to call that dude the butthole?
That was Methuselah.
Was that Methuselah? Okay, because I know, Sarah usually sends me these articles, but I don't know. I kind of got the feel that it was someone else. Maybe it was just Methuselah uttering under his breath as he turned around to leave the line. But yeah, either way, it's just like whoever said that, if it was Methuselah or someone else in line, no, you're the butthole for that one.
Said this person sounds really high strung, like given that entire last paragraph where they play-by-play both of their checkout experiences.
Yeah, they're walking out to the car.
Just like by the time he got done.
I tried 2 cashier stations and I had to use a 3rd one and pay with cash. And in that time,
this guy just barely finished after me. Like,
and then he loaded 8 bags into his truck.
So
gosh,
bitter.
man. It's just like counting all the seconds, just like Mary free. So just a little meticulous, but no, you're not the butthole.
No, not at all, sir.
You're my hero.
Yeah, you're a hero. You're
You
an
said
unsung
what
hero.
no one else has had the courage to say.
Exactly. That's
and what the cashiers are not allowed to.
Yep.
Oh man, if I owned a store, I just wouldn't ring him up. I'd be like, no, you need to go over there.
I don't know. Like, I guarantee you the cashier is thinking that just like, this dude brought like 30, 40 items into the checkout,
really
into the
passive
express
aggressive
lane.
and only scan the first 50.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd
that'd
be
be
like,
great.
all right, you got to do different transactions
Yep,
now, dude.
yeah.
It's 15 items only.
Just like, oh,
You gotta
that'd be...
go around to the back of the line. And
Do it
Oh,
again.
man.
You got to leave your bags up here, though.
That's... Gosh, man, that'd be like the most epic cashier. I'd high five that guy. I'd be like, you deserve Employee of the Month.
I think I was planning to leave that job like fairly soon. I would have done it.
Right, yeah. It's just like you're already just at the end of your rope. It's like, well, looks like here's the
I
final
don't-
straw.
Yeah, like I don't need this job as a reference for my next job. It's cool.
Yeah, I was giving my 2
gosh.
weeks notice at the end of this shift. If I get fired, I get fired.
Okay. Gosh, that's the way to go, man. If you know you're on your last day and it's just like you're just waiting for that thing, there's your sign right there. It's just like, here's my opportunity to just blast them. All right. So we've covered nakedness, we've covered world records, we've covered Am I the Butthole. We don't have too much left here on the random episode, especially now that Luke's gone, but we do have a couple left. So, M&M's, which color is best? You know what's weird? It's like I get that every single one of them is just a hard-shelled candy with chocolate on the inside, but I do feel like the brown ones are my least favorite. It's because it's like they're kind of pointless. At least with the other ones, it's like orange, red, blue. It's like a vivid color, so it's kind of unique and different. And I get it adds no different taste to it whatsoever. But I just feel like the brown one's kind of like a lazy, just like, oh, we just stamped it with a white M, like because it's just milk chocolate underneath
That was
anyway.
the original color.
Well, the original sucks.
Here's the question: are you basing it solely off the color of the physical candy, or are you basing it off the M&M characters?
No, I'm basing it off just the colors in a packet.
Well, let's base it off the characters.
If I'm basing it off the characters, I'd probably go yellow as my favorite.
I'd go with green. She's a sassy black chick.
No, she's a green chick.
She's just milk chocolatey. Oh man. All right. Well,
The
so
brown one's a chick too, though, huh?
I think it is,
I
isn't
think
it?
so.
I don't know. I'll look it up.
The orange was the paranoid one, right? Orange is paranoid. Yellow's
Yeah.
the peanut.
Orange has played both the crispy and the caramel.
But either way, it's paranoid. And then I think green and brown were ladies,
Yeah.
and then red's just the angry leader.
I think blue's a peanut, like yellow.
Blue's not a peanut.
I think so.
John's googling the peanuts gang here, or the M&M gang. All right, well,
The
so
blue is the peanut one. So is the
It is-
yellow.
that's weird.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had two peanuts. All right, so Sarah, for you, if we're just talking regular M&Ms, which color is your favorite? And then if we're talking characters, which is your favorite?
What's most important to me when eating M&Ms is that I have an equal balance of all the colors in the pile of M&Ms that I'm eating.
So you got the OCD thing that everyone just like separates the colors and stuff. Like,
Yeah, I eat them in rainbow order.
I do that
Yep,
with
same.
Skittles.
Skittles.
M&Ms I don't care about that much.
I
Because they
do
all
it with
taste the same.
anything that is colorful in that way.
Yeah.
I do it with my Lucky Charms marshmallows.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. For me and Lucky Charms, I don't necessarily separate them by marshmallow. I just separate marshmallows and whatever that crust granola is in the bag.
Cereal.
Cereal. I eat all that
Cereal.
first, and then I just
Cat
save like the last two big scoops of marshmallows for like my last couple bites of the cereal. But yeah, so did you answer which one was your? You say you separate them, but what's your favorite character?
Oh, I don't know.
You gotta have one. You apparently knew about the blue guy. I didn't know about that blue guy.
They're just a completely different shape. They're clearly the peanut ones.
What color would the Nutella one have been before they aired that commercial? We don't even know the color of what the
Yeah,
Nutella
what
one
the
would.
heck? He got eaten.
Yeah, is that cannibalism? That has to be cannibalism.
Definitely.
Who wants to give a rundown of the commercial? For
Chocolate
listeners?
is okay. So run down of this commercial if you haven't seen it already. I keep seeing it in movie theaters. Weirdly enough, I don't.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I want you to buy M&Ms at movie theaters.
that's true. So what happens is there's a lady broadcaster, or not news anchor, but
She's like an MC at an event.
yeah,
Yeah.
like a lady at some kind of like theater house or whatever, and she's about to introduce the new flavor of M&M, which is Nutella flavor. Sounds amazing. And so as the curtains raise up as she goes to introduce this new character, all you see is like the gloves and the shoe, and then they kind of like fall off the pedestal that the character was standing on, and then they show the spotlight off to the side, and you see all the other M&M characters like just with sauce all over their face because they have eaten the Nutella M&M.
Yep.
And it's just like everyone starts gasping in the crowd, and they're just like, "Oh, it was delicious!" Like,
Yeah, the yellow guy's like, we ate it.
oh my gosh.
And it was creepy.
Yeah, it's
Very
like
creepy.
it's so morbid because they spent so much time over all those years like investing us in these characters to make them like be more than just candy. Like they are people, and like the whole thing is like even like I think they've even had commercials where it's like they're running away from kids who are trying to eat them or like people.
It's
And-
like when they die, they're gonna go up to that heaven where like Bob Ross is and all the
chocolatey heaven.
yeah, you know what I mean. And they're making them cannibals.
Yeah, it's so weird because then you think about like it's like not the Sour Patch because I don't know that they ever went cannibal. But like, yeah, it's just crazy because, like I said, they
Cinnamon
made
Toast Crunch. They go cannibal.
Yes, that's another one that's also weird. It's just like get those weird googly eyes, just like they sound like Minions, but Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavored.
Okay, wait though.
Cinnaminions.
So in this commercial, they have the gloves and the shoes still there, right? So we know that that's just clothing. And then we know that
true.
M&Ms themselves are made of chocolate.
Are you getting back to the naked thing?
What are the arms and legs made of?
Oh, that's true.
Well, see what happens is little kids that come to the M&M factory to take a tour, when they like sneak off to try and get other candy from the other rooms, they kill them and
Oh,
hack their
gosh.
arms and legs off.
So
That's why
like
the
Willy Wonka.
This gets super
That's why the
morbid.
M&Ms are so short.
See, in my head, so John's got his conspiracy theory for that. He's got either children, arms and limbs, or arms and legs.
It's all the kids.
I was
that
thinking-
Dylan's kicking at the
You know, it's like I just start checking them into the fryer. It's like, bam, here, take their limbs. But see, my thought was that maybe they're using like when they create the M&Ms, right? They do come out those odd shapes, and they're bigger. They can talk. They have the eyes and the mouths and everything else. But then they go to like the Mr. Potato Head factory and just take the extra pieces that were being used. So that's how they get the limbs for them, the legs
So
and
they
the
ate
arms.
the plastic.
Apparently, if those weren't there, I'd have to re-watch this commercial just to double check in case. But yeah, I want to say it was the gloves and shoes that were the only thing standing.
I'm pretty sure the arms and legs were there.
They were there.
Were they?
I
okay.
can like Google pictures of it, but I think they were there. But anyway, my point to that is the Mr. Potato Head parts. Mr. Potato Head's arms are completely white.
Right.
That's true.
Are
So
what are the color in the commercials?
like
are
the
they?
M&Ms, they're like
have,
skin color.
flesh-colored
Yeah.
arms and legs.
Really?
yeah, it's like a white dude's flesh color.
Paint.
It's like it looks like me or you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Either way, it's weird putting cannibalism out there in commercials.
They're trying to like appeal to like Disney lovers too by putting the gloves on.
Oh yeah, the Mickey Mouse. Oh, how you doing, kids?
Well, Disney, they put their gloves on characters that have something to hide.
Well, that's what I like in what was it, Extremely Goofy Movie, where there was the.
Why do we wear
Yeah.
these gloves?
You guys ever wonder why we're wearing these gloves? Leaning Tower of Cheesa is amazing. All right. All right. So I don't know. Are we going into the is cereal soup thing? Like, I don't really have a stance on this, but I'm going to get wrote it down on there anyway.
How do you feel?
I mean, I would say, yeah. I mean, you got gazpacho, right?
What is gazpacho? I just
It's
keep
like
farting.
a cold
Sorry.
vegetable soup.
A cold vegetable soup. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
So it's not like soup has to be hot, which means that now we're reduced to soup being like the liquid with,
Solids in it.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. Here's another example. Like, if you're ever at like Sizzler or whatever, you get a little bowl of ice cream with all your toppings in it.
Okay.
Inevitably, you never finish it, so it's sitting there melting.
Right.
It becomes soupy.
I stir it into soup on purpose.
Yeah. See, so then it's a soup.
Okay.
I think cereal is a soup.
And see, here, look
You've
at this.
sold me.
Imagine you have like a basic like alphabet soup
Yeah.
where you have the broth and you have the little alphabet pasta bits.
But what word are you spelling?
What is the fundamental difference between that and a bowl of cereal? You
One's
have like
hot.
the little bready bits and then you have the liquid that it's sitting in.
Yeah. Also, too, this is probably going to be weird. I wish Luke was here for this because he'd probably be upset at me. Like, I'll take a Campbell's chicken noodle soup in the can. I'll just eat it out of the can.
Yeah, I would have done that. Like,
Yeah,
I
so,
know,
like,
with
It's
Campbell's
not
soup.
hot. It's not, you know?
Yeah, they tell you to like with the
Add
Campbell's.
water? I
Yeah,
don't
you're
add
supposed
water.
to fill up the can. I'm like, no, just boil that stuff on the pot.
Yeah. Or I'll put, like, a tiny bit of water. Just
Do you
to-
ever get like the ones with the drinkable lid?
Yeah, those are
Yes.
awesome.
Those are
Love
cool.
those.
So it'll punch the hole.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sold. I think cereal is a soup.
I'm not gonna fight you guys on it. Like, apparently cereal is a soup, guys. If
think
you,
it is.
If you want to debate, you can either
Breakfast soup.
you can either at Sarah or at John on Twitter at the Something's Podcast.
Psych, I'm not on Twitter.
Oh gosh,
Ooh.
huh? I just said at Sarah. I didn't say on Twitter. I specified Twitter for him. I know you don't have a
Oh,
Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah's got Instagram and Facebook, so get her on one of those. Let's see, and then, well, that was a quick debate. I mean,
That was, yeah. There's, like, no debate.
like I said, I'm just like I didn't really feel too strongly about
Wait,
it, but
I want to bring up one of my unpopular opinions.
oh no,
Turkey bacon
no,
is better than regular bacon.
bull crap.
Are you, like, serious or you're
I'm
just
She's dead serious.
dead serious?
I will choose turkey bacon hands down
No.
every time.
Nope.
And it's not just because it's better for you. I don't really know about that. But
It's
because
there, which
it
is
is objectively the better food between the two.
Now, the thing I like about turkey bacon better as opposed to pork bacon, it's always thicker.
Yes.
I feel like you get more for your buck.
It's meaty.
Yeah.
It's actual meat.
Now, as far as like taste goes and like the usefulness of like the grease, I think pork bacon tastes
Yes.
a little better.
Yeah, and like, because okay, I know if that's the complaint, like I know you can get thick cut bacon, like actual bacon, not turkey knockoff, whatever the heck,
Bacon.
But yeah, whatever the heck that stuff is. But it's just like with turkey bacon, it's like it seems that no matter how long you cook it for or like put it on the grill, it never really quite crisps up. And I like crispy bacon, and like that's my complaint with it is like not necessarily the taste because I do like turkey, but just when it comes to bacon, it's like no, I need that original pork flavor because like just the way you can get the char on there and the way it tastes and crunches in your mouth, like it's really good. Like that's why if even if bacon's burnt, I can still eat it because it tastes delicious to me. But with turkey bacon, when it gets all flimsy, I'm just like it becomes a texture thing. I'm like I don't want that.
See, here's the thing. I don't like my bacon super crunchy.
Yeah.
I
Well, no,
like,
I'm not saying
I like
I'm-
the soft fattiness.
I'm not saying I prefer it super burnt, but I mean like I'm just saying if it was burnt, like yeah, I would take that over regular turkey bacon any day of the week.
Have you ever taken a piece of bacon and just laid it on the barbecue and cooked it?
On the barbecue, no.
Bro. Okay. So one day we were making like bacon burgers or bacon wrap something, probably hot dogs. But we had some extra bacon left over, and I was the grill master that day. That's what
Of course.
I'm calling it. And I was like, I love soy sauce. Those of you listeners probably
Soy
know.
sauce.
Yeah, soy sauce is my favorite sauce, favorite everything. I love it. So I have a soy sauce skateboard. It's shaped like the bottles at the Chinese
You
restaurants.
know, I think I remember you telling us about
Yeah,
that.
it's pretty cool. But so I lay the strip of bacon on the barbecue, pour some soy sauce on it, let it sizzle, flip it, oh so gently.
So I just, you know what, John is the grill master because he cares about this food. He's like, oh, so gently, just
Drizzle a little more soy sauce on there from tip to tip,
and then what happens?
and you just pull it right off the grill and eat it.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
so good.
It sounds pretty
man.
amazing.
It lets go a lot of the grease, which sucks, but the flavor of it makes up for it.
All right. Yeah, well, maybe if at some point I get a grill, I'll have to try that out.
Side note, my fiance wants to get a pet pig, like a teacup pig.
Oh,
when
gosh.
and we're married and stuff. Guess what she wants to name it?
Bacon?
No.
Oh,
First name, middle name, last name. Chris P. Bacon.
nice. Is a P gonna stand for anything, or just
I
to
think
be
it's just
there?
going to be P.
Just P?
Chris Pratt Bacon. I love it.
There.
Yes.
That makes sense. Oh my gosh. You know, and speaking of middle names, if somebody has two middle names, don't they technically have no middle names? I'd like to credit Dimitri Martin with this one because I know I put it in his stand-up bit. I would like to think though that if someone has, because everyone, oh no, I have two middle names. It's like, no, you don't, because there's nothing in the middle.
There's
you just,
nothing in the middle.
You just have two, you have four names, but none of them are middle.
Well, here, let me ask you this. If you build a sandwich, you have the two slices of bread, and then you have like cheese, meat, lettuce, tomato. Would you say that you have nothing in the middle of your sandwich?
If you have the
On a
two
math level,
bread.
yeah, I'd say no. But on a
Cheese,
logical
meat.
level, I'd say yeah, you do, because you got all the fixins in there.
We're talking about middle names. I don't like the sandwich analogy.
Here's my thing with middle names. I think if you have two middle names, it's not your middle name, it's your half name.
Half
What?
name.
Yeah, because 2 plus your first name plus your last name is 4. So you got two middle names. That's half. That's your half name.
Okay, I see what he's doing. All right, so you would count the first half. So you'd have their quote first middle name and their first name as one part, and then their second.
No, you have
No,
like
no,
an
no.
inner name and an outer name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Inner and outer layer. It's like an innie or an outie belly button.
But
It's
so
nothing like that.
So like you introduce people with your traditional first and last name, be like, oh, that's just my outer name though.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Gotta
that,
look inner.
So like say the outer name is like, oh, this is John Paul. Like
My inner name is Elizabeth Grace.
so weird. It sounds like you're being super spiritual. My inner name is.
My inner name.
That's one of the upshots of it. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, to each their own, I guess. But I'll take the stance of you do not have a middle name if you have two middle names.
I'm taking the stance of that too, with the added no, it's your half name.
Here, some kind of halvesy. What about you, Sarah?
I think we have to play this out in real life. We got to have a couple kids.
Can't stop farting. What?
One of them we give one middle name, and the other one we give two.
I don't hate my
And
kids
see
enough.
which one struggles more in their life.
I don't.
You just
no.
hate other people's kids and you kick them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to hate my kids enough to give them two middle names and have them struggle their whole life.
So in your guys' house, sorry, jumping back to bacon. for
Oh,
a
you're
second.
good.
Do you guys buy both bacons or just turkey bacon or?
I usually buy
Bacon
the
bacon?
regular pork bacon
Really bad.
because it's his favorite, and I love him.
Because she's a good woman and she'll submit.
Oh man, looks like someone's eating turkey bacon from now on.
No, okay, I can't believe we forgot about this. Okay, there was something I wanted to bring up. Like, okay, another thing getting back to me and Sarah, with
Submission.
no, okay. So it's something similar to that, I guess. Like, okay, so when we're on our anniversary trip, again, this is back at Knott's. Once again, I keep bringing this up. We just thought of scenarios that would essentially become like the world's worst, like, significant other, like the worst boyfriend, the worst husband. And like, okay, so let me explain what I'm talking about. So like, if say there's something on TV or like a food you really like, some people say, oh, I really love that, right? Correct. So like, imagine if you were sitting down with your significant other. So John, in your case, would be Savannah. But like, just say like, you're sitting down there, looking at her like, look, I love you, but not as much as I'll ever love like, this piece of food or like this. And so like, there's another like other responses. Or maybe that's not the best example, but like, okay, so at Knott's Berry Farm, I went to one of the little kiosk shops and they were selling ice cream there, and they had a nice chocolate vanilla swirl. But Sarah, she didn't want to eat there. She was like, oh, I want to go grab Dippin' Dots instead.
Dippin' Dots.
So we're like, okay, we'll go. Let me get my ice cream here. We'll go take you to the Dippin' Dots kiosk or whatever the heck it was, little cart. And so we walked by one of the locations we saw, and it was closed. And so like, and again, we do this in jest. We love each other. Just know that, listeners. But so like, we walked past there, and so I jokingly look over at her, and as I have my ice cream, I'm just like eating away at it, and she's like, oh, the Dippin' Dots thing is closed. And I just kind of look at her and go like, well, maybe you should have thought about that when we were at the other ice cream shop. Now you don't get anything. Like, or then like,
basically we pretend we have a crappy relationship.
Yeah, like you're an old bitter married couple or something.
Yeah, or like even the other worst response that like as we start sitting there joking around with each other, it's just like oh, I guess I don't get any ice cream. Just like, and this is the awful response would be like, oh well, do you really need it? Do you really need it? Like, and just start like oh my gosh, just like these awful responses. Like, so if is there ever a scenario where like you think you could come up with a really awful response to say to Savannah? Not that you would, not that you.
No, we
do
the same sort of thing. You guys,
but yeah, just like,
but we take it a step further. She'll be like, oh, you don't love me anymore. I'll be like, yep.
It's like, yeah, this is your first clue.
So yeah, all right. That's how you want to play it. I'll play the game.
But yeah. So any listeners out there, if you want to challenge yourself or just like, send in some funny responses, create a scenario and just either message Luke, message me on Facebook, Luke on Instagram, John on Twitter. But yeah, just like evil responses to bad scenarios to be like the most awful person, awful couple ever, and just like insult the other person. But other than that.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, you got one right now?
I forgot. She's because she blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me get my thoughts. So with Sarah's sister Rachel Byther, her and my fiance are pretty close.
All right.
And they're always acting like they're like a lesbian couple. Like when I'm around just to mess with me, right? And she's like, I'll just leave you for Rachel. I'm like, all right, give me the ring. I want to get my money back. And then she was like, well, if I leave Rachel, what are you going to do? I was like, there's plenty other single girls at the church.
And that's what I mean. Perfect. See, John knows what he's doing.
I'm usually on the receiving end of that. I'm sure it's no secret to the listeners of this podcast hearing of all Dylan's escapades with his male friends.
Savannah starts it more often than I do. She's pretty mean, you guys.
I can imagine.
Her, but she's mean.
She can get pretty sassy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so again, we'll keep our eyes out for that. Maybe, who knows? I don't know, within the next week or so if we'll get more interactions like that, or if just a couple weeks down the line. But either way, just keep your eye out for those scenarios and those moments and opportunities to blast someone you love. But other than that, I think that's going to wrap it up here for us at the Somethings podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed our second random episode. So once again, John, Sarah, and I all like to wish you I was going to say Happy Christmas. But
that's silly. We're not British. It's Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Happy President's Day. I don't know when this episode's going to go up, but I think President's Day is tomorrow.
Yeah, Merry President's Day tomorrow.
Yeah, Merry President's Day. You're off work too?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm off. She's at work.
Yeah,
but
my
I got
boss.
to stay home on Friday, so that was nice.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, my boss I asked him, hey, do we have President's Day off? He's like, nope. And then the next day, he's like, oh yeah, I misspoke. We have that day off. When is that? I was like,
Monday.
It's this coming Monday. He's like, I was like, yeah, I guess you guys can have it off.
Yeah, I don't have a day off again until Good Friday.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Well, all right. Other than that, it sucks to be you. See, again, another awful. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Hope to be hearing from you soon.
Ooh, have a good day.
Love you.
Bye.